let's talk about the day 5 of the anti-terror operation that continues to go on in Anantnag, ladies and gentlemen. Nancy, what is the latest that we're picking up? Now we're learning that drones and various other modern age technology is being included over
Yeah,
there
being
as well.
deployed. Yeah, I mean, the security professionals, they are deploying more forces. More forces have been deployed in the south of Kashmir, where the Anantnag district that we're talking about. Because I think, the problem, there was some information that, there was this misinformation. The informant was the one who gave the wrong information to the army profession, and that is why, the encounter, didn't go
Yeah, the
as
information was compromised. That's what everybody was
yeah, the
talking about.
information was compromised, and I think because of that, the situation went out of hand, and the operation that because same encounter happened in Rajouri as well in the same day, and their army, they went out and they they killed 2 terrorists. But now that we're talking about whatever happened in Anantnag after losing 3 brave hearts to the encounter now. I think it's important that we get to the root of this, because there are still terror activities going on, and it's at Spurge that terrorists, the firing has been going on. This is day 5 that we're talking about, day 5 of the operation, and drones have been getting deployed. More security forces are being deployed into that area, because it's important to control the situation, because it's day 5, and south of Kashmir, the Pir Panjal area that we are talking about, it's one of the concerning areas in Kashmir, because 75 civilians have been killed in the past month from both the sides. Whether you talk about the POK or you talk about India's side, both the sides, civilians, we are talking about civilians right now, and terror activities has been going, surging upwards every day, because before that recruitment has gone down to a good level. So we thought that terror activity is also going to get down, but surprisingly, even though recruitment is not there, the terrorists are coming more trained with more strategic. They are so strategized, they are so well trained right now, that it's getting concerned that where are these people getting training from, and how are we going to control this if this goes out of hand again. But I think the Indian Army is well prepared to tackle these terrorists and tackle the situation as soon as they can, because Anantnag, after the after we lost 3 brave hearts, Manpreet Singh, Major Ashish, and Humayun. But I think after their death, I think the country wants the answer. The country wants, we need to even out the score right now, because this is not how we are going to take, because we had 2 LET Lashkar terrorists encircled before, and I think Indian Army is just going to go at it, and they are going to demand answers from the terrorists.
Haryana Chief Minister,
Yeah.
visiting the family and the loved ones of one of our, fallen soldiers, one of our brave hearts. And just like this one, lots of other politicians made their way. You saw Farooq Abdullah and various other Jammu and Kashmir leaders going to Humayun Bhatt's house. You saw various other leaders, from Punjab going there. Over there, Manolal Khattar, of course, getting all teary-eyed. And why not? I mean, the entire nation has been mourning the death of the brave hearts. So many other soldiers that have been, injured in this particular operation. And we've been discussing why it's difficult to carry out, operations south of the Pir Panjal. Take a look at that. This is your war zone. This is your battle zone.
Yeah.
Imagine fighting in these kind of conditions, in this sort of a topography, in this sort of a geography. Your drones cease to work. All your skill, a lot of it goes out of the window, because it's not a flat terrain anymore.
Yeah.
Taking aim, there's a lot of trees, there's less visibility. All of that comes into account, Nancy.
Yeah, I was, watching some of the ground reports from our network, and you can see that, they are standing at such a distance, but you can hear the voices of, gunshots being fired, grenades, and explosive. You can hear the sound of that. So it's not like, the situation is under control there. There is continuous fighting going on. There is continuous efforts from the army professions, and there is a tough fight that we are giving to the terrorists, and because we are now, this is something that it's a national issue now, because everybody is talking about, everybody is in anger, so much anger, and everybody is mourning the death of the three brave hearts, and we need answers. This has to stop, because south of Kashmir has been in, one of the raising concerns for such a long time. Peer Panjal, that we are talking about the area. I think right now that, now it's in the headlines, now it's everywhere, now everybody's talking about, politicians are visiting, everybody is, just looking at the Anantnag operation every day. We are monitoring it, so that, we can get to the root cause of it. And I'm just waiting for the day when, it gets over, and army professions will be like that, we have captured the terrorists who caused the whole, mishap in the area. Because it's important that, we finally address the issue, we finally address the security concerns in Jammu and Kashmir, because this cannot go for so long. And, Pakistan, we have to hold Pakistan accountable for it, stop funding these terrorists. I mean, it's been such a long time that, the borders that we talk about, the funding that Pakistan has been giving to terrorism, it's one of the global issues and national issues that we need to address as soon as possible, so that, we don't lose brave hearts like this, and, the situation like this doesn't happen anymore. Anantnag district encounter, it's been day 5. For 5 days, the army has been deployed, and for 5 days, you can imagine what the civilians have been also going through, and what, the army has been going through. Continuous firing, continuous, more weapons will go on, deploying more security forces, more weapons, more drones.
Right.
I mean, this is not a very ideal situation for any country.
But it needs to happen. It continuously
Yeah,
needs to happen. This is
definitely.
something that we have to live with.
Yeah.
This is something that we have to continuously do. This is something that the entire nation should get behind the army. For we must weed out terrorism at all costs.
Definitely.
Nancy, there is no other way of dealing with this but to go head on. And sometimes we'll have to re-strategize. Sometimes we'll have to think outside the box. But sooner or later, the security forces will persist, ladies and gentlemen. Like I've been saying, the deaths of the brave hearts will not go in vain, certainly.